Think we're live.
Looks like it.
We are live. There we go. All right. Say hi to everybody here. Hello, everyone. Jimmy Ezel here, founder and CEO of TripValet. I am super excited about this one. I've been meaning to get this one done and interview this incredible gentleman here. I'm excited to introduce all of you to him. We were just having some candid conversation beforehand and how he's out there still today, just making some stuff happen and still building his business. Let me do this proper introduction for all of you for the first time. If you haven't met John Lucero, he's an industry professional in the insurance industry, 18 years, so a lot of experience. You know, you've heard of the whole saying, you got to have spend over 10,000 hours to become a real professional and expert. Well, he's done that, and you'll be able to tell as we start the dialogue here. But he's actually one of the top 5% in Farmers Insurance district managers. He has done an incredible job. He's got over 40 independent farmers agencies that he oversees. So think about that. But also married guy, 19 years, 3 kids, great family man, and one of the guys that I love talking to because you can just tell he really knows his stuff. And the big thing too also is he also the CEO and founder of Agency Elevated, which is a really cool coaching platform that no nonsense type of stuff gets right to helping people and getting their results. And I love watching what he's doing there as well. We met. He came on board as a member, and actually in our company for all of our TripValet family, he probably has the most people that are on 3, 6, and 12-month subscriptions. He's got a lot of them that do that. And so, John, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me, Jimmy. It was nice to be able to get on here and for you and I to touch base. We've been friends and related for a long time, and so anything I can do to kind of give back, I'm glad I could get on here with you today.
Yeah. So, John, like I said, I was telling everybody, you got a lot of experience. I mean, 18 years in the industry, as you know, an industry where not everybody makes it, but you have definitely done that. And what you've done is you've taken that, your coaching program, helping so many people to that next level. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and maybe some of your passions.
Sure, most definitely. So thank you for the good introduction, though, Jimmy. As he mentioned, I've been in the business for 18 years. All of that experience has been actually with Farmers Insurance, but I started out as an agency owner, building an agency from scratch many years ago, it seems like, but I remember what it was like building an agency from scratch, trying to survive. I'll never forget my first check for the entire month was $307, and that was for the entire month. That was a long drive home, I remember, thinking how I'm going to get by on $300. But now in hindsight, I look back and it's been 18 great years, always been a challenge. But this industry has given me everything that I have. And so in the last couple of years, I've really decided, how do I give back? What's something I can do to give back? So we started an additional platform called Agency Elevated, which is all around coaching insurance agents in every different line of insurance on just really how to build an agency, how to build your staff, how to build your teams, how to have marketing plans, just everything around that, just my way of giving back. And I would venture to say probably 95% of the stuff we give out there is all free. We have a blog page, we have a YouTube page, we have a website. I have a couple of free ebooks, and we have a paid for course. But outside of that, it's really just my way of giving back to an industry that's done so much for me and where I want to see people be more successful. And so what I've done is build that platform and then work with people like you, Jimmy, who have got resources that have been truly beneficial to help me and my agency owners have new and creative ways to market themselves, be a differentiator in the marketplace. And so anywhere I can partner up with good companies that help support myself and my agents is what I'm always looking to do. And so that's why I was glad to be able to get on this platform with you today and get some feedback and just kind of share a little bit of our story.
Yeah, and John, you're not just like a typical insurance agent. I mean, you're running like agencies, a whole bunch of them already, and so you've got a lot of years of experience. And we, as you know, we have a big insurance industry audience. Share with the community here, like any great lessons that you might have learned, on your journey.
Okay, for sure. So to add to what you're saying, Jimmy, in the last 14 years, I've actually recruited, trained, and built agencies. And as of today, I have 40 independent agencies that I'm responsible for. I mean, you think about that, that's all aspects of the business, how to help them market, how to help them hire teams, how to compensate their teams. And so what I've really found, especially in probably the past 10 years, is the standalone agent model just doesn't work as well in today's and have resources. And so what I would share, probably the number one thing is that if you're still doing things the way you did years ago, you're going to be passed by. So platforms like, think of them, we're sitting here on a Zoom, broadcasting this on Facebook. It's live to the world right now. That didn't exist when I started my agency. But how many people are not using it as a platform to communicate with the masses? This is where people are getting all of their information today, is on social media. And insurance agents, unfortunately, as an industry, have been behind the 8 ball on it. They've been slow to get here. So I always try and get my agents to say, you got to be ahead of the curve. See where the ball is going and then get to where the ball is going to land before anybody else. And so that's some advice I would give you. If you're on here watching, that means that you understand social media to some aspect. But a lot of insurance people still look at it as a personal tool. It's a business tool. It's a way to communicate with other people, get your voice out there, and to draw in people to your value. It's the only way that people really can get to know you today, because face-to-face meetings, and especially in today's current environment, just aren't happening. So you have to use tools like this in our industry to be successful.
And John, and someone that follows you, because not only as one of our members, but just the insight that you've given to the industry, and love promoting you. I mean, you've really been cutting edge. Let's call it what it is, really, in your industry. So kudos for that. Like I love the analogy you just said. Going where the business is going to be in the future, and you're all over that. Now, what everyone knows, that if you're on this, that you've been a TripValet member, incentives member. Share with everybody, because the insurance industry is really benefiting from this type of program. Share with everybody like what you're doing with it, and maybe even some practical tips that maybe some agents could get from you.
Sure, I'll give you all the aspects of how I use TripValet, and I've found many different ways to use it. Just by being creative. So initially, and Jimmy can attest to this, in the initial stages, I've only did it for incentives for my own teams. So my team members and my agency owners, they'll get a certificate for me every single birthday, just to thank them for being part of our team, give them a trip certificate to get that out to them and share with them. And I do that now for my agency's team members. So their staff, they don't even work for me. They work for the agencies. I recognize them on their birthdays. And that's where we started with this. And it was just a great way to do it. I do all my promotions using the TripValet program. But most recently, probably within the past 6 to 8 months, I decided that I wanted to look at the lead generation piece of it. And so as a good leader, I think any good leader will always test things first. So I became the test case. I tried the leads out. I did all the sales calls. I did all the follow-up, because I will never take anything to any agents that I'm responsible for, that I coach, that I haven't proven that actually works. So I did it myself. I started using the leads. I used the system that you guys have through the Insurance Lead Masters using TripValet, and started generating leads and making calls. And we actually started turning those into sales. Now I've been able to prove, because I've done it, take it back to agents, say, hey, this is how you do it. This is how you use the turnkey program. And we're using it for lead generation. To give you guys an idea, this is real time. Our leads are on right now. Our ads are running, and people are inquiring like crazy about life insurance right now and the incentive-based programming. And so that's another way that we use those tools to help us just have a niche in the marketplace. In insurance, very few people are doing incentive-based marketing, because they're afraid to do it, because they worry about rebating and different things. As long as you offer the incentives, if it's TripValet, which I highly recommend to use, as long as you do it for everybody, there's no rebating involved. And so that's what I had to get a lot of my agents to get over in their mindset, is that if there's not an issue with it, offer it for a quote, offer it for whatever you're looking for. And so that's how we're using it, because people are on social media already doing it. So that's how we target them.
Yeah. So John, you're I've noticed too that, not besides the leads, what do you think because this is a competitive space, right? The insurance industry. What about as a retention tool? What do you think of the incentive program for that as well?
I think if you're an insurance agent, if you're an agency owner, it doesn't matter. Retention is the name of our game. If all you do is generate new business sales, but you don't know how to hang on to your clients, you're going to lose. That's why I see so many people fail in this industry. They can be great salespeople, but if they don't learn retention, they're going to struggle. And so if you don't have some kind of tool for retention, you're going to struggle. And TripValet is a phenomenal tool to do that, because I'm a big advocate, and I teach my agents this directly with farmers or any people that I coach, that you need to do an annual review with all of your clients. That just needs to be standard practice. But in that annual review, it is not a sales call. People know when they're being sold. You meet with these people, thank them for their business, go over their coverages, see if there's any gaps, anything's changed in their life, and give them a travel certificate. Hey, we know times are tough right now. We want to appreciate you as being one of our clients for all these years. Go and enjoy a trip on our behalf. All we ask is that if you enjoy yourself, send us a couple pictures. We want to celebrate with you. And what that becomes for you is free marketing. So not only you got a retention tool, you're retaining customers, but they now become your marketing piece. And how often I see my agents doing this, or customers saying, hey, my insurance agent sent me on a trip. And they say, well, my agent didn't do that for me. How do I get your agent's number? So your retention now becomes a new business marketing tool all at the same time.
I love it. Yeah, John, you guys are doing amazing. So many of your agents now using it and things like that. And we hope we continue to help you guys with your lead gen and your retention, of course, customer appreciation. And so, John, I really appreciate it. And I hope that we get a chance to do this again and get you on here as you're growing your business. But the biggest thing is that, folks, today you got to hear from somebody that is an absolute master at coaching you from the very beginning of running an agency all the way through success and profitability. John actually allowed me to check out his courses, and I can tell you right now, man, he's putting, and like he says, he gives so much of it away for hardly anything, John, actually. And so, but his heart to give back. And so, John, let everybody know how they can get a hold of you, maybe even one of your programs, so the community can learn from somebody like yourself.
Sure. I make it as easy as possible. So the easiest way you can find me, of course, is on Facebook. You can find me under my name, John Lucero. But as far as all of my coaching platforms, just go to agencyelevated.com. You can get access to all of my blog posts there, completely free. You can subscribe to that, get those every time I update them. My YouTube channel, you can access from there. We even have an apparel line you can access there. Links to all of my courses are also available. So agencyelevated.com is the hub to get all of that information. One thing I will tell you, and I'm running this promotion, it's been ongoing. I ran it with another group, and I'll offer it to your group as well, Jimmy, is that anybody that signs up for the course, it's already discounted. They can find the link right on my website. I have 4 spaces left. I offered it for the first 5 people. I've gotten 1 person that signed up since Friday. The next 4 people will actually get a free 1-hour coaching call with me, which is valued at least $500 to $1,000 of what I charge hourly if I do that. But if you sign up for the course, I will give you a 1-hour coaching call that you can access through there. But agencyelevated.com, you can find all of my information on there. You can contact me directly from there. All of our products, all of our free stuff is there. You can download our free ebooks, everything you want. If all you did was take advantage of the free stuff, I assure you would change your agency this year. There's links in all my ebooks directly for TripValet and all the different sources. So agencyelevated.com, that's where you'll find it, and feel free to reach out there.
Oh, that's awesome. John, thank you for just contributing against to this industry. And I know we have a lot of people that will see this that are in this space. And so, folks, listen, I wouldn't put him on here if I didn't believe in what he's doing. We've been working with John for a while here, but I want you to understand like the level of success, overseeing 40 agencies already, and one of the top, like I said, top 5% of the whole entire company. And so there's probably some wisdom there. There's probably something that we can all learn from, especially for all of you there's lots of you getting into the insurance industry. I would highly, highly encourage you to go to agencyelevated.com and to learn from one of the masters in this industry. So, John, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for jumping on here. And let's do this again. We definitely have to.
You got it, Jimmy. Thank you for having me. Everybody be safe out there. Take care of your loved ones, and reach out if there's anything I can do for you. And Jimmy, you have a good rest of your day, okay?
That's awesome. Thank you, John. Everybody, thank you so much for your time and attention. And, go out there and share this with other people if you see some value. And we appreciate you jumping on here as well. Thanks, John. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.